Go.
All right, so today what I'm going to show you guys it's getting ready to be October. And when October gets here, we start fishing for swordfish during the daytime a lot here off of Virginia. And so the first thing is the rig that I use here. This is a 12-aught 7692. There's a little piece of chafing gear in here. But then I go up about 3 inches and I put a crimp with a bead, then a rubber grommet, then another bead, and I'll show you why that's significant here in just a second. But that's the rig. This is 10 feet of 200-pound extra hard mono. But on the other end, I have it cut here, and this is a rigging needle, and I have electrical tape that tapes the line onto the needle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the underside of the squid right here, which you can tell this is the underside because this is where his little jet is. His mouth is right here, but he blows water out of that thing right there. But we go through here, push the rigging needle in through here, and we come out all the way at the very back. We want to come out right at the very tip of the squid right here. This is important because when the line comes through here, we don't want it to come out back here, because when it pulls through the water, that will fold back. We want this to look natural, like the squid is swimming through the water. So pull that line through, okay? And now I'm going to pull this all the way down onto the squid, and then we're going to take our hook like this, and we're going to run it through the middle of the squid's head, and the point of the hook is going to come out of the squid's mouth, just like so. So now we have our hook through the squid's head, and then we're going to pull this line tight. When we pull the line tight, you'll see that grommet right there, that washer, is pulling through the squid. And that's in there. Like, you could use this just like this. The hook's sitting nice, but I'm gonna go and make sure that everything's right. And I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna push the head up to where it sits naturally if the squid were alive. And I'm gonna run this rigging needle through the piece of chafe tube that I have in here. Wait a second, it's crooked. Through this eye on this piece of chafe tube, and then I'm going to run it back through here, just like this. Pull that through. My hands are slick. I've been hanging on to a cold squid. So I'm going to make a loop right here. And I'm going to tie this with just 3 overhand knots. It doesn't have to be super duper tight. All that we're doing is making something so that the hook will stay in place and it'll keep the head from tearing out. So we're going to put 3 overhand knots in there. We're going to cut that off. Now we're going to stitch. We're going to take the rigging needle and run it through here. We're going to run a stitch through there. All right, and now we're going to make one more stitch that goes towards the front of the squid's head, under the hook. And then we're going to do another one right through the same hole. Boom. I'll bring this back through this hole again. And then we're going to take the needle, we're going to use the needle to tie our floss. just the same thing again. We're just going to put a couple of overhand knots in here. And you don't want to tie this like super tight. Like I said, all that we're doing here is we're just keeping the hook in place, and we're keeping the head of the squid from like sagging out of the body, out of the mantle of the squid. We're going to take that, cut that. And now, this squid is perfectly rigged for daytime sword fishing or trolling or however you wanted to use a squid, but this is how you would rig a squid for your fishing there. And then we're just gonna very simply take the line off of the end of the needle here, roll this up, and then I vacuum seal it. I'll take and rig like I'll rig like 6 squids at a time in there. That way I have a whole day's worth of squids rigged up. But really, that's all you're gonna do for rigging a daytime sword fishing squid. It'll swim straight. It looks natural in the water. I've caught, I don't know, probably close to 100 swordfish with that same setup. It works well, and that's how you do it. We're getting to do some sword fishing here, so hopefully here in the next couple of weeks I'll have some swordfish videos for you. But thanks for watching, guys, and y'all have a great day. I'm out of here.